Hi guys, it's time for me to draw some more. So let's scroll down here to pattern focus to find today's daily pattern. Where was I last? What did I do last? I did that one last. So let's do this one. Baans. I've never done this one before. Okay, so let's look at it up close and personal, shall we? If my phone will connect to the internet. There we go. This one is designed by Ekta Aguaral. Anyway, it's a grid pattern. You know, you all know how I love my grids. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, right. Anyway, looks like we're aiming for this right here. You guys are a little far away. Let me zoom you in just a tad. Something's not quite right with my setup again. I had to move my camera, and I don't like when I have to do that. There. So that's what we're aiming for. This is sort of tribal-like pattern. So first thing we're going to do, of course, is draw a grid. That's simple, right? Next thing we're going to do, it looks like, is draw two little arcs opposite one another like that. So it goes in this one, and then skip one, and this one, skip one, this one. So it's not in every one, okay? And then after we've drawn the arcs, it looks like we're going to draw some straight lines on the other one. So it's not making a circle, it's making this sort of rectangular rounded shape. Then it shows it colored in here and there, but I'm missing a spot. Ah, look at there. Ha. I'm missing a step because I didn't scroll over far enough. Okay, next step. We're going to color in around this area here, and then we're going to do, from this point, we're going to do this and this. So it's going to not go all the way over to the corner. It's only going to go over about, not quite half, about a third. So here and here, here, and then down, and then up, and then down. So, but it's only about a third. That one's closer to a half. So a third to a half. You make this sort of, I'm not too sure, shield-like shape. And then you can color in this part dark and put these lines around like that, and you'll end up with this. Not sure exactly what I want to do with it just yet. I'm going to think about it. Meanwhile, I'm going to find a paper to use and make myself a grid. Turn on my light. Everybody close your eyes. This is the hard part. Ah, okay. Much better. I'm going to use a bigger size one, a rectangle today. Why? I don't know. Just feel like it. Get out my pencil. I like to draw just a little bit of a margin around. I may or may not use it. Usually with a grid I do use it, but I think I want to make this more interesting by kind of going like that, maybe. Let's do that. And then I'm going to build my grid in here with my pencil. I'm going to start with pencil because I want this to be fairly even, and if I don't get it even the first time, I can erase it if I have my pencil. There. I think that's good. I'm going to leave some open space. I'm going to draw with this one. Today I'm still using the Faber Castell Pitt artist pen. You can draw with whatever you want. If all you have is ballpoint pen on a on a scrap of paper out of the trash, go for it. No one says that you have to draw with specific supplies. I think I am going to go ahead and draw my border all the way around. I don't always do that, but this one seems to be calling for it, so like that. And I am going to actually draw this line too. I don't always do that either. I'm feeling like it wants some sort of movement in that line. I'm going to fill it in here. Don't usually color in first either, but you know, every day is a new day. Ina has added a little something to creative pattern tangling, which I really like. And I didn't tell you about it beginning of this, but before you start drawing, smile. Sit there and smile for like 30 seconds. Even if you are not in the mood to smile, smile anyway. The act of smiling produces the endorphins in your brain, and then it runs through your body, and you actually feel better if you smile. So just smile. If you're in chronic pain, I totally get it. I'm not in that kind of chronic pain, but I have had painful episodes, and you know what? She's absolutely right. Put yourself in a positive mood. You get yourself a little brain boost going by giving yourself a smile. Even when you don't feel like smiling, you actually start feeling better. So I encourage that wholeheartedly. Just sit down and smile before you start to draw. You'll feel better and you will draw better. Okay, that's not too bad. If you are the perfectionist kind and you want to measure out your squares and make a perfectly square grid, feel free to do that. Okay, I'm going to actually erase. Uh-oh, what happened to my eraser? There it is. I'm going to erase my grid. Pencil marks. There we go. And then I think I for sure want this pattern. It kind of has a directionality to it, this pattern. So I do want it going long and skinny this way. So the first thing is to follow this step is to draw this little curve and then another one. This little curve and another one, like that. And then to skip that one and then to do it here. And then to skip that one to do it here. Skip that one and do it here. Skip that one, so we'll do it here. Skip that one and do it here. Skip that one. You'll see parts of it here. And you won't see the one that would be behind there. Okay? Next step is to do the straight parts. So I'm going to connect that to that and that to that. And then you're supposed to color that in. What I'm I'm feeling a little bit rainbowy color, so I don't think I want to color that in just yet, because I may want to color it with a color. Lately on Pattern Collections Facebook page, everybody's been doing their rainbow thing, which is really fun. They're encouraging their smile by doing happy colors, so I may do that as well. Okay, next is going to be the little bit more complicated part, which is the straight lines. Straight lines are not complicated. Figuring out exactly where to put them is the more complicated part. So it's going to go here, and it's going to go this way about a third of the way across that line, and then down the same. And then up, that's going to match. And then down. That one was a little bit further over, but that's okay. Down. And you'd see some of that. And then again over here, you just get half of it. Like that. And again over here. Part of it there, you won't see that behind there. You actually won't see much of this at all. See just a corner of it there, a little corner of it there, maybe just a little. Right? Right. Okay, next would be to color in these spots, but I'm not sure I want to do that yet. We're going to just play that by ear. And then here is to go and follow this like that. That angle. Like that. And then this way. Oop, a little bit wide. That's all right. It's harder because I don't see that edge. You know, I do want that dark. Interesting. I thought I wanted a rainbow, but it's telling me something else. It's telling me to go ahead and make that dark. So I'm going to use my bigger, fatter pen, and I'm going to come in here and do this dark. See, I had in my head that I wanted to do something rainbowy, but it's telling me, nope, 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 nope. Rainbow is not what you're doing today. This one would have a line like that. I think I might like this pattern better if I didn't see the grid, if I made a pencil grid instead of ink grid. I think I might like it even better. So the next time I draw it, I will do it that way. another hot weekend. My friends and my husband and my son, they've done an excellent job. This feels like it's not going angly enough here for me. I'm going to just increase this angle just a bit. Like that. That's better. Done an excellent job of working on the sheds. The paneling we chose instead of doing drywall been a little more problematic than we had anticipated. So yeah, I'm thinking that was a poor choice, but you know, it's too late now. It's up. My shed, my studio, excuse me, went from being super echoey to beautiful sound when we put the insulation in, and now the paneling's on top and it's super echoey again. I'm hoping that the flooring that I'm putting in will help remedy that. Because yeah, it's gonna sound awful on videos if I don't have some sound deadening. I'm thinking of maybe doing some sort of treatment on the ceiling to help that, perhaps. We'll see. See what happens. I may get cork tiles, like the peel and stick tiles, and stick them on the ceiling. I think that would help. That's one option. That would be channeling my in-laws. They had this whole big old wall full of cork that they used as a bulletin board in their dining room, that they just put family photos. This whole wall was just family photos. You could see the love they had for their family on this wall. And it was amazing. You know, everybody else has a few framed photos around the house. This was just like, I kid you not, it was the entire wall in the dining room was family photos, and they would rotate them around and put new ones up, and it was always a fun thing to look at. And everybody, oh, I remember this trip, I remember that, and you remember when Grandpa did this and when Mom did that, and it was an awesome thing. Now at my house we have sort of the digital version of that. My husband ended up getting a pretty good sized computer monitor and computer from his work when the part of it stopped working, and it was an important part that they needed at work. I don't remember if it was the hard drive, not the hard drive, obviously not the hard drive, but something stopped working, and it was not compatible with something at his place of business. So he got this computer, and it's like, what are we going to do with that big whole thing? Because it's pretty big. It's like one of those all-in-ones, so the monitor is big, but it has no like big box like drive piece. It's all incorporated in the monitor, so the monitor is super thick. It's like, I don't know, 6 inches thick or something, but it's got all the components up inside of it. Anyway, my son put a bunch of family photos in there. Actually, that doesn't even have the photos on it, to be honest. It's connected to our He has his own like server, family server, and he's connected that computer to the family server, and he's just got it on slideshow, and it just randomly shows photos from all of our photos. And my son's got thousands, because every family member in our family is allowed to upload pictures onto his server in a special folder, and then he moves them over after he, you know, does his virus checks and everything on it. And yeah, so he's archiving many terabytes of family photos. I don't know how many. A lot. You know, like we went to this last vacation to Alaska, and he went around to everybody and asked them for all their photos off their cameras, and ended up with like 18,000 pictures, because there was 20 some people all taking pictures, and everybody took lots of pictures. With digital, you can do that. You can take lots of pictures. So he ended up with like thousands and thousands of pictures. But you know what? It rotates through. Ooh. I like that. I'm gonna do something different with this one. I like it not quite so dark. So I'm gonna just kind of indicate that those lines would continue. I'm not gonna actually draw them all the way through. I'll do like that. Because I think that's cool. But anyway, so when we're sitting there, when we have friends and family over, it's in the dining room, and we do the same thing. We look up, oh, look at that picture. That was from such and such trip, and oh, look at little so and so. She was so cute when she was little, and not that she's not cute now, but you know what I mean. Oh, I like that. It needs something over here. It needs... I didn't do that right, but that's okay. It's gonna echo that general feeling of that pattern, sort of like giant back there. Something like that. Okay, I like that. That's better. It needed a little something in that corner. All right, I think this one's feeling, I don't know, does it want Does it want color? I'm beginning to say it does not want color. Maybe a little bit of pencil. We'll try a little pencil and see how it makes it feel. Right along this edge. So I guess in many ways we're doing the same thing. We're keeping that sort of family tradition alive with looking at photos while we dine. It's kind of cool. I think it's interesting as we're designing these, the shed or the studio, we chose paneling. This paneling was one of the other things my in-laws really loved in their home, is their paneling. I did not choose 1970s wood grain paneling. It's more of a white beadboard type paneling. But it does make me think of them, which is cool. You should always do things that make you think of the ones that you love who've passed on, right? Oh, I like that. Now it wants color. I wasn't gonna color. I was gonna color, and then I wasn't gonna color, and now I guess I'm gonna color. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna start, and it's gonna be whatever comes out of my pencil. I really don't know. Sharpen my pencil a little, and I think something like that. And just a simple blending. You see how I'm bringing the color all the way up though, further up? That helps blend those colors together. Don't just leave like a line, but go all the way up. Which green do I want? This one. I'm not sure I'm caring for the orange and the green. So I will come back and grab some of that brighter yellow and add some bright yellow into this transition. That's better. And then a blue. I think I need to go back with the green. And then I think I need a little bit of purple down at the bottom. How pretty is that? And then maybe trying to do colors that I didn't use. First time around. Okay, that's making me really happy. So now what do I want back here? I think I want a foresty, maybe a foresty green. With some deep blue. And then I think it needs some purple. Violet blue, that works. Now that one, I think I want to blend. And I also think I want a nice, vibrant magenta here. With some of this red. And some yellow. Oops. That's in the wrong section. Gotta put everything back where it goes. Trying to be more tidy with my stuff, which is hard to do. But I really, really, really want to be more tidy with my stuff. So. Ah, I like that. I think I want to blend, but I just want to blend just this dark blue. So I'm going to get my blending stump that I use for color blending. And my little bit of Vaseline, and like I showed before, I'm just tapping just the tiniest, tiniest bit. I almost don't have any on there. I don't know if you can even see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Just barely have any. I'm just going to do this green-blue section. Oh, that looks so much different than this up here. I recently watched a really good YouTube video on colored pencils. Lacri Fine Art, L-A-C-R-I. If you found a blonde-haired lady, you got the right one. She had a really good one on tips and tricks and mistakes people do when they're using colored pencils, and yeah, I liked what she said. So I would one of them is that if your blending doesn't blend like you're expecting, it's because you don't have enough layers on your color on your paper, which I knew, but at the same time you forget. And sometimes your results are much better that this blended much more than when I don't put enough color down. Okay, so now I need to assign it and decide how it's going to live. It can live any which direction, but I think I really like it that way. B-A-A-N-S. Okay, there we go. I've made a beautiful rainbow today, and it makes me happy just to look at it. I hope your art is making you happy. If you're struggling and you're frustrated, think about what's going on in your life that's causing you to tense. Because when you're tense, you're not enjoying your art. You need to relax. You know, give yourself a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You know, get the wiggles out. And smile and look at beautiful objects. Look at the beautiful rainbow and give yourself that moment to really settle in and enjoy your art marking. your marks will be better when you're having fun. I can guarantee that. You guys go out and have a nice day. Be nice to each other, please. Go out and do something nice for someone today, and let's make this world a better place. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.